What is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. It is Thursday today. Not that bad of a day, you know. You know what? I'm gonna look at you guys before I go. Not that bad of a day. Honestly, could have been better, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it wasn't too hard. I don't think it was too hard. It's just sometimes when you expect a certain amount of units that were gonna be easy and they end up being hard, it's like, oh, sorry. I work in RVs, so each set of 4 units can be completely different, or different. It's not always the same amount of work or different things. Same things we do. So RVs can be fun like that. All right, yeah, it's time for us to go home. Good gracious, good golly holly. Oh my God, who's honking the horn? Get off the horn, bud. But yeah, honestly, it's been a pretty good week. Compared to last week, I was off for like 3 days. Oh, my turn. I was off for like 3 days because of the storm we had up here in Indiana. So, okay, real quick, guys. No one knows I have a YouTube channel in my work, so it's pretty darn funny that when I'm doing this, that people don't know. My friend knows, actually, the one that just honked at me. He knows, but no one else knows, and I want to keep it that way because, well, here's the thing. I want to make sure that I do YouTube organically, as organically as I possibly can. I don't want to have any viewers from my mommy, my friends, anybody that knows me, because I want it to grow on its own. I want this little flower to survive. I want this flower be in my channel to survive the harsh winds, the snow, the rain, overly exposed to the sun. I want it to survive everything and grow by itself. Now, is my goal to grow this channel thing like big at all? Not necessarily. I actually wanted to start it because I always wanted to start YouTube. So I always wanted to do YouTube, and I'm like, well, I'm pretty busy and I don't want to allocate time when I'm home. I talked about this my first video, so if you're just coming in, I already talked about it. If you've already been watching it, you already know what I'm doing. But anyways, I always wanted to do YouTube, and I'm like, I don't want to get home and take time away from my family and just be in my room, or film what I have to do and be in my room for a good hour or 2 each day, right? Not has to be every day, but something like that, right? I just don't want to. Point being, I don't want to take any time away from my family when I'm home, because when I'm home, I want to be I want to be with my family as much as possible, because I don't have that much time with my family. But anyways, I figured it would be best to do it while I'm driving, because I'm just talking, and I'm always thinking when I'm driving, it's like my alone time. So it's like the one time where all my thoughts come naturally to me. I'm not influenced necessarily. I mean, naturally you're influenced by anything, you got something to do, you got something to do when you get home, but I think as neutral as it can get, when I'm driving home, that's when my thoughts are as organic as it can be. So I feel like I talk the most when I'm here. Ergo, that's why I'm filming here, because it's pretty good. And then I get home, I edit it really quick, take out all the yawning, all the weird pauses, all the weird probably moments I have, and then produce it. Now, is it high quality? No, not necessarily compared to people. Do I actually go to watch all of it? I mean, not really, because people are busy, everyone's busy, so it's like, if you're watching this as far as like right now, then that's more than I could have asked for, because people are so busy in their lives, from all different ranges of age, right? Like high school, middle school, you're gonna be busy. I mean, not as much busy as a working mom or whatever, but you guys sit down and watch this, like, okay, that's amazing that you're doing that for me, like, you know what I mean? So me doing this was something I wanted to do a long time ago, and I never got to it. And I was like, I had a health scare earlier last year, so I was like, you know what, if I die, I want to make sure that at least, you know, my son can watch this, you know, because I have a kid. So I'm like, I want to make sure at least if I die, I want him to be able to see me for who I was, and not just the pictures, you know. And there are videos of me, but obviously just like nothing substantial. But now through YouTube, he can see, you know, in case I ever do. Not that anything's happening right now, so I'm grateful for that. Let me make that clear. I'm not dying or anything. It's just that was my thought initially. Then was, you know, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. But in the case that I do, or anytime I do, because anyone can die anyway, anyhow, I would like my kid to know me through these videos, right? I mean, I want him to see these videos and be like, hey, that was my dad. Now I know who he was. I can listen to him and hear his thoughts, right? You know, so that was the bigger aspect of doing YouTube, because for the longest time I wanted to do YouTube, like I said. So, you know, I never did it, and I was, you know, but I think thinking about my kid, he pushed me to do this. So here I am doing YouTube, and when I say YouTube, it's like the bare minimum, right? So yeah, and I'm really happy I did, because it's changed my outlook in life a whole bunch. I feel like there's more to what I do than just working and my family, and that's perfectly fine if you just do that. But for me, I was craving something else. Like, you know, I'm like, I know I can do more, so I know I'm gonna do more, you know. But yeah, it's nice. I like doing it. It keeps me proactive. I feel like it keeps me in check, and it also helps me a lot with my speech, because I tend to slur, mumble, just not speak as coherently as I want to and as fluently as I want to. And watching these videos, having to go back and watch them and edit them, it's like I hear myself and I'm like, okay, that, you know, I see where I'm like slurring, and then I can recognize it when I'm talking to you guys. I'm like, okay, I know where I'm talking, and I know where I'm not sounding the best I could. So I work on that because so I can work on that because I watch the videos. So I'm like basically forced to better my speech, and it helps obviously when I'm in, like, you know, in live, because when I talk to people, I've noticed that I sound better. I feel like my thoughts are a bit more organized. I stutter still, but it's not a thing where it gets me in a panic. You know, like if I stutter or if I slur or something, or, you know, whatever it is, I don't just hit the panic button and then my brain freezes and then I'm just like there, like, yeah, you know. But it's helped out a ton, because it's helped me really collect my thoughts and know when I can slow down, or know when I need to slow down, when I need to speed up a little bit, when I'm like, stay on pace, you know. That's really all it is for me for speech, because, you know, even pauses in between are perfectly fine if they, you know, if they suit the situation, rather. So yeah, that's kind of the whole thing for my motivation for YouTube. So sorry guys, real quick, I wanted to add one last thing too, that I would, if you're watching this and, you know, you listen to the YouTube thing, one thing that I always felt that always held me back about YouTube was that I always waited for the perfect moment. Like I always thought, like, okay, one day, or, you know, someday soon, I'm gonna get the perfect idea to the YouTube and I'm gonna do it. It's like, you know, I'm gonna find it, or it's gonna come to me, and then I'm gonna do it. But, you know, I've realized that it doesn't happen like that. You know, it's like, yeah, you see some success in YouTube, people from right away that have, you know, a good idea that they're passionate about, and they go on and do it. But it's like, in my head, I thought that it would work like, oh, you know, one day I'm just gonna succeed in YouTube and it'll work out, like it'll come to me. It's like, no, I realized now I have to create the habit of doing YouTube, and then I'll succeed. And it sounds obvious saying it a lot, but, you know, this whole time I thought, okay, well, if I have a good idea, it'll come to me. But if not, then I'll wait around until it comes to me. Like, it'll come to me, and I know it will, but I'm just like, no, I just gotta upload for the sake of uploading until I get a good idea, until I evolve in that naturally, until I get a good idea. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I forgot to mention that I just felt like I had to say, because it might save you a lot of time if you're watching this, and you might be thinking the same way, or some part of it is true to you, that rings to you, so you're like, yeah, that makes sense. So if I had any recommendations or advice, I would say just start doing it at a small scale, right? Like, I'm just doing it in my car going home. That's all I'm doing, just filming myself. I'm thinking about more ideas I can do, but it's like, it just keeps me going because I'm making a habit of it. I'm making a habit of doing YouTube videos, and then I can add on to it. I'm like, okay, now I can add, like, I'm thinking of adding things with my meta glasses. Like, I want to buy some meta glasses and then film myself doing things throughout the day and then add them on. So it's like, you know, I can add that on while I'm doing this, and then not waiting until I get the meta glasses, right? Because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, when I first started YouTube, I'm like, if I have the meta glasses right now, or if I wait to get the meta glasses, I can do it. And then I'm like, no, I just gotta do it, and then go on and add it on, and then my content will get better, and then people will like that. So don't wait to get the best idea. Don't wait until you're free of time. Just do it when you can, on the smallest scale. Even if it means sit down in your car and talk to the camera, right? Get comfortable with the camera, because again, it's like, that success that you might think you'll have, it won't be just one day that it'll turn on, right? And maybe it will, but it's like, you still have to put in the work. So why not start the work earlier than you think, right? Best time to start YouTube, invest, get active, get fit, whatever, start reading books, was hypothetically, let's say 10 years ago. But the next best time is now. So let's do it. All right, see you guys. I just saw a black challenger, guys. I'm sorry, and I've been on TikTok recently, more than I really should be, for my own health, mental health, and I'm thinking about just saying that, but there's this meme going around where it's like, I mean, you guys know, if you guys are watching this, if you're in the depths of this YouTube video, the Ghost of the Goon, right? Like the guy that pulled up in the black challenger, I think, and was I think he was like exposing himself to people or something like that, to the cashiers in the drive-thru, and she's filming him as he's passing by, and as soon as he notices that the camera's on him, he takes off, and then it gets kind of sad. So if you not want to hear a sad story, then don't listen in, or give it a minute past. He ends up unaliving himself because of that, and it's insane. But everyone made it a meme. I mean, I didn't know that initially, so you know, when I first saw it and people were laughing at it, I was like, oh, okay, you know, some dude just got caught, which is not normal, right? I mean, poor lady, poor anybody that gets, you know, exposed to people that are just nude. But that's insane that the guy killed himself, or unalived himself, I should say, sorry. But yeah, it's kind of like mentally rewired my brain when I see a black challenger now, because I'm like, oh, the Ghost of the Goon, because it's been a trending like meme format for the black challenger. Whenever someone sees a black challenger, you know, that's like the audio cue. So yeah, that was the whole thing. Sorry, but yeah, it's pretty bad. The craziest thing though is I'll see like some sad stuff on the internet, like a headline, a Reddit post. Actually, Reddit, no, scratch it. Reddit's pretty wholesome. I'll see things on like TikTok. I'm rarely on Instagram. I deleted Twitter because of my mental health. But when I'm on TikTok and I see like a rough headline, a sad headline, I look at the comments, and boy, they are out of touch with reality pretty hard. I mean, the stuff they say, oh my god, like, it's insane. It's just unspeakable, diabolical, unbelievable things they say on the internet. And of course, that goes for, obviously, like the internet, but on TikTok, oh my god, it's bad. And I mean, I'm sure it's like that everywhere else. It's always been like that since the beginning of the internet. It's like, why do people have to say stuff like that? Like, why do people just feel like? I mean, I understand the logic behind it because they're just not. They're not checked. They're not checked by anybody. Their integrity is that is their integrity at its purest form, where they want to say the worst things ever. It's like, I don't feel like saying bad stuff on the internet. It's like, if I say something that's sad, like something happened to somebody, rather be like subjectively funny to some people that how the person might have gotten hurt, whatever, or something happening. It's like, I'm not gonna make, I don't feel like making a comment about it. It's like, no, dude. I mean, what the thing is though. I'm finally on. When I see these comments, I'm like picturing, I'm not sure exactly who to picture, but I'm picturing someone that, possibly an adult, but if it's like, but in all honesty, we're all employed adults. It's 90% of kids commenting on that, so it's like, just kids just going crazy with their phone privileges. Or if they even have privileges, they just use them because they got them. But it's pretty rough out there now online. I think the mental health thing is pretty big, as it has been said. But yeah, I'm just like, come on, guys, get it together, get your act together. It's pretty bad. But yeah, I just want to say those couple things. They're on my mind. I just want to say it out loud. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say to you guys. There was an uptick actually in my last video. Okay, that's another coworker, and he saw me talking. I'm cooked, guys. I'm actually cooked. Like I do realize that at some point they're all gonna know I do YouTube, and then someone's gonna find the YouTube channel and then share it with everybody else, and then they're gonna see all these videos and they're gonna giggle, and that's fine if they giggle and laugh about it, because I mean, I'm not saying anything unhinged. I'm not saying anything out of the norm, disrespectful. So it's fine. I'm fine with it. It's just it's like I don't know why, but I'm gonna say it out loud because I feel like I have to, but I feel like I'm a little embarrassed by it, and I don't know, like it's kind of like, to me it feels like it's embarrassing, because that's the first thing I think of when I think of people, close relatives, friends, seeing my videos. Not close relatives, not close friends, but coworkers. They're just like, because close friends know me, and it's like it's like a conversation between a friend of mine, right? But between coworkers and like in-laws and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I feel, my first thought is embarrassing, like, because I don't talk to, I don't really talk to my coworkers like this at a certain level, but it's like, if I'm, ranting, it's like, it's something different, and I feel a little embarrassed by it. So, I don't know, but again, it's perfectly fine if they find it and realize it. It just adds on to it just adds on to the humor of it, really. So, it's nothing wrong, or it's something that I really should be embarrassed about. It creeps into my head, But I always found myself to be like someone that, wants to make people laugh. Like, there's a lot of sadness in this world, and I think it really helps to use your strengths if you're someone that's like willing to, honestly, be made fun of. Like, if you can make people laugh, take a little bit of pain away just for a second or two, it's like, that helps out somebody, and make people laugh, have a good time watching the video. It's like, I'm not expecting this to be the case with these videos, right? But overall, it's like, if you find enjoyment in this, if people find enjoyment in this, whatever medium, whatever format, books, TVs, YouTube videos, docu-series, whatever it is. It's like if you find enjoyment in that, you're creating something positive, creating positive content in whatever format it is, that's great. Because people can enjoy that, people can talk about that, and then you make a community. That's how it is. So I want to be part of that. I want to be part of the creator side of the world, where I can make people laugh, make people enjoy it, maybe we'll talk about it, maybe we'll meet because of that, right? They meet up in the comment section, they meet up in the subreddit, and they talk about it, and then they enjoy it. They have a laugh about it, because there's no shortage of demand for positive content. Believe me, because it's so easy to be negative. It's so easy to be not proactive about things. So if there's ever people that can be promoted that create positive content and that are especially, that are good people, then let's keep it going, why not? And I'm not saying I'm a good person, because you ask anybody, you ask the villains, you ask the evil bosses, they're gonna say they're a good person, right? I mean, they're gonna say, I have values and these are my values. It's like, I'm going on a whole little tangent there, but I'm not saying I'm a good person. I'm not proclaiming that in this video, so don't take it as that. I'm just saying, like, in general, if you happen to be a good person through other people's interactions, point of views, then it's like, that's great, because that makes it all much better when you see somebody and you're like, hey, they make great content, I like them, and they're a good person. And that's awesome, because I want to support that person all the way. And that's what I want to be for people. Even at the smallest scale. I mean, even if I affect 100 people, even if I affect 1,000 people, I mean, that'd be more than I would be grateful for. I'm not expecting to change lives. I may expect to change lives. I may do that, but I'm not expecting that. So, yeah. For me personally, something that changed my life, and it wasn't on a grand scale, but for me, a channel that changed my life was Inside Gaming, that went on to be Funhouse. That changed. That was like part of my humor in high school. There was like a group of guys, and there were girls as well. They were probably, they're all really connected. Things fell out though at the end, like all things do. But the core group, they're great. They're great people. So, I've been recently watching like Steve Wallace. I also peeked a little bit on Ian from YouTube. I love how like candid he is about things. It's like you don't really see that. I mean, it's a bit, it's realistic because he's not hiding things. And not even then, you don't have to. He's not even hiding things. He's admitting. He's confessing towards those things. He's like he's something beyond what you would expect from a normal person's confessions, and that's raw. I mean, as simply and plainly as I can say, it is raw content, and you don't get that. You don't get that at all. Not even for me, really. And that's me being as honest as I can be with myself. Ian is as honest as he can be about himself, and that's what made him popular. Because that's rare to find, and I give him props to that. So yeah, Ian from YouTube, Steve Wallace. That's what I've been watching. That's what I've been on lately. And this is only on YouTube that I'm speaking of. But honestly, like with me having a kid, it's like, if it's screen time, he's not watching anything that, if the TV's on, when TV time is on, I'm not watching like anything that has like action in it, physical violence, anything like that, because obviously he sees that, then he might register that in some different way, and I don't want him to mimic it anyway. But my point being is, it's usually what he wants to watch, right? So when I watch my Steve Wallace videos, or Ian from YouTube, or like a random documentary about a game, or a history, whatever, about some random game, it's like It's after he goes to sleep. So it's like an hour of my free time that I have for watching TV, just for myself and my wife. So, you know, most of the time during the day when he's awake, it's like Thomas and Friends, kid stuff, you know, Miss Rachel. So, yeah, I mean, before it would be different because I could go home and watch whatever I wanted for the whole day. I mean, I can right now. It's not that I really want to. You know, it's like I used to play a lot of PlayStation, but now it's like you know, I turned it on. I think the last time I turned it on was last Saturday, and I literally turned it on. I was like, all right, I'm gonna play some Call of Duty maybe when it doesn't have a freaking upload going on or download, whatever, update. But I'm like, I'll play some Call of Duty. I think I did like one match, and I was like, I'd rather just sit down and watch TV. Like, I was so tired. I mean, you know, I was like, I don't know, like, this is cool and all, but I don't really feel like doing this for now. Because I mean, I did have energy. It's just, I was like, nah, I don't really feel like doing this. So, yeah, I mean, I do like playing games. I used to play all the time. I used to wake up on, like, Saturday mornings, 7 a.m., play till, like, 11, 12 p.m. on Saturday, like, days, on weekends. Like, it was pretty bad. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was great times. So, this went farther than it should have, because normally I stop it, like, 5-10 minutes that way, and then eat my apple, because I usually yawn a lot. I haven't been yawning this whole video. I only yawned like once, I think, but normally I yawn like 4 or 5 times, and it's hard for me to like stay awake, honestly. So I eat an apple and then read my book or listen to the audiobook of my book. But I'm almost home, so I'm just gonna end it here. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys are watching, and appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Be safe. See ya.